This art won first place in Colorado State Fair's art competition, and it sent shockwaves through the art community because it was AI-generated art. Jason M. Allen created it with Midjourney, an artificial intelligence program that turns lines of text into hyper-realistic graphics. Mr. Allen's work, Theater d'Opera Spatial, took home the blue ribbon in the fair's contest for emerging digital artists, making it one of the first AI-generated pieces to win such a prize, and setting off a fierce backlash from artists who accused him of, essentially, cheating. But Allen defended his work. He said he had made clear that his work, which was submitted under the name Jason M. Allen via Midjourney, was created using AI, that he hadn't deceived anyone about its origins, and also he didn't break any rules of the competition. After his win, Mr. Allen posted a photo of his prize work to the Midjourney Discord chat. It made its way to Twitter, where it sparked a furious backlash. Many started to accuse AI art and called it the death of real art. Some artists defended Mr. Allen, saying that using AI to create a piece was no different from using Photoshop or other digital image manipulation tools, and that human creativity is still required to come up with the right prompts to generate an award-winning piece. So what's your view? Let me know. This was just the beginning of the war on AI-generated art. ArtStation, which Epic Games purchased in 2012, is regarded as the top online community and portfolio for artists who work in the fields of video games, film, and comics. AI-generated photography started to surface on the platform more regularly as AI technologies like Stable Diffusion and Midjourney gained popularity. The sharing of no AI art photos was prompted by numerous artists requesting that ArtStation remove this content. However, the corporation refused. When ArtStation revealed that a new no AI tagging function that prevents artists' work from being scraped to train AI technologies will be required opt-in rather than enabled by default, the issue escalated. The decision to remove AI protest imagery from ArtStation has, unsurprisingly, gone down poorly with the site's community, with many users now declaring their intention to abandon the platform altogether. The problem that is faced by artists is that they cannot protect their style of art, so anyone can create art using AI in the style of real artist. But that does not mean art created by AI can be protected by a creator. The US Copyright Office has stated that images created using the artificial intelligence system Midjourney in the graphic novel Zarya of the Dawn are not eligible for copyright protection. Many artists consider AI art generation tools unethical as they're often trained using datasets that contain artwork scraped from the internet without their creator's permission. In some circumstances, you can even see traces of a watermark or signature. In a tweet, artist Lauren Ipsum gathered images of various people who had artistic portraits taken using the Lensa app, but which also appeared to include traces of what might be Illustrator signatures. An AI-powered feature in the Lensa app, created by Prisma Labs, generates creative portraits that look like they were drawn by genuine artists. Many influencers, including MKBHD, made videos about it. There are AI-generated portraits of MKBHD, Casey Neistat, and many others. Lensa has been providing results with what appear to be artists' signature traces, indicating that it may be copying artwork from other creators without their knowledge or consent. Or it can involve altering the original artwork by using illustrations that have characteristics that are very similar to the photos of users and then creating the portrait. To be clear, the remains of signatures seen in Lensa's images aren't taken from any one artist. Rather, the AI has gleaned, through the images across the internet it was trained on, that a scribbled bit of text often exists in one of the lower corners of a piece of art and has tried to replicate that. But instead of adding an air of authenticity to the portraits, the signatures are a visible reminder of who is missing out on profits: real artists whose work was essential in teaching the tool what to create. Many artists also argue that Lensa's low cost undercuts artists' ability to charge a fair price for similar portraits. The fact that Lensa and Time Machine have a fee for use indicates that commercial enterprises are profiting from the creative output of these individuals, and the artists receive nothing. HaveIBeenTrained.com offers an opportunity for artists to reclaim their digital information from private companies that want to make an easy dollar off of their hard work. To create this tool, Sporming partnered with Lion, an open network AI nonprofit that built many of the datasets on which the generators were trained, to provide an easy way for artists to request that their work be scrubbed from the sets directly. It can help artists attempt to reclaim their work in a way that they otherwise might not have been aware of. However, it's not a perfect solution. The unfortunate reality is that there are many different datasets out there that do the exact same thing. Just because Lion is willing to help doesn't mean that everyone is going to be on board. After all, data is the most valuable resource of the digital age. Having more data means that AI can become more sophisticated, generating everything from images to music to essays and even videos. Derek Murphy said, "Most people are taking moral stances against AI art right now and declaring that they will never use it and their art is real art. But a lot of these people also depend on stock photo resources, and it's going to become very tricky to deliberately keep AI tools out of your workflow as they start getting added into all the tools you're already using." Maybe I'm being pedantic, but in Chuck Wendig's post, he shared a viral TikTok video against AI art, and the creator's profile link was beacons.ai, a platform building software built on AI, so you can get set up faster with less work. Obviously, not a big deal, because AI in general might be fine, while AI art might not. But it is slightly ironic, and you could make the same arguments that AI website builders have stolen everything from coders and developers, making them obsolete and putting them out of work. So we'll need to have a discussion about what kind of creative work deserves protecting and how to decide. Even though Derek Murphy claims that he is not pro-AI, he explains why the creative war against AI art has already been lost. I highly recommend you to read his blog post on this topic, so that you can have an idea about both sides. While many artists were complaining about AI-generated images and copying their art, a trio of artists have launched a lawsuit against Stability AI and Midjourney. The artists, Sarah Anderson, Kelly McKernan, and Carla Ortiz, allege that these organizations have infringed the rights of millions of artists by training their AI tools on 5 billion images scraped from the web without the consent of the original artists. In a blog post announcing the lawsuit, Butterick describes the case as another step toward making AI fair and ethical for everyone. He says the capacity of AI art tools like Stable Diffusion to flood the market with an essentially unlimited number of infringing images will inflict permanent damage on the market for art and artists. Whether or not these systems infringe on copyright law is a complicated question which experts say will need to be settled in the courts. The creators of AI art tools generally argue that the training of this software on copyrighted data is covered by fair use doctrine. But cases involving fair use still need to be litigated, and there are numerous complicating factors when it comes to AI art generators. The lawsuit launched by Butterick and the Joseph Savary law firm has also been criticized for containing technical inaccuracies. For example, the suit claims that AI art models store compressed copies of copyright-protected training images and then recombine them, functioning as 21st century college tools. However, AI art models do not store images at all, but rather mathematical representations of patterns collected from these images. The software does not piece together bits of images in the form of a collage either, but creates pictures from scratch based on these mathematical representations. It's not the only one lawsuit. Seattle-based stock image giant Getty Images announced that it has initiated legal proceedings against Stability AI, the maker of Stable Diffusion. Getty alleges that the company has copied millions of its images and chosen to ignore viable licensing options and long-standing legal protections in pursuit of their standalone commercial interests. Both lawsuits argue that by scraping the web for images, AI image generators unjustly rob artists, using their work without crediting or rewarding them. In response to the artists' lawsuit, a spokesperson for Stability AI says the company takes these matters seriously, and that anyone that believes that this isn't fair use does not understand the technology and misunderstands the law. Speaking with the Associated Press in December, before the lawsuits were filed, the lawsuit will be a very important chapter for the future of AI. I'm waiting to hear argument of both sides and what court has to say, because if judgment comes against AI art generators or artists, it will bring a lot of changes to AI industry. So what do you think? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching. See you soon.